What's up, guys and gals? My name is Splattercat, and we are here at the Nerd Castle with the next episode of Shadowrun Dragonfall. In the previous episode, we had completed our job, but people had walked in on us. It was bad. It was like that moment when you were 13 and your dad walked in on you and you're just like, oh! You're like, what are you doing? I'm praying. I'm praying under my cover. Stop. And then, it was exactly like that. Our boss had sent somebody to check in on us to make sure that we had killed the guy. And when they had gotten there, we hadn't gotten around to doing the job yet. Now, I tried to convince them that I was trying to bilk money out of both him and them, but they didn't seem too pleased with the results. So, they're never going to hire us again. Who cares? I had a math teacher whose last name was Fuchs, and she was the worst math teacher I ever had in my life. So, I don't want to work for Herr Fuchs anyways. Bring back bad memories. I get PTSD about my math classes every time I see that name, so whatever. We're gonna move on. Now in this episode, what I'd like to do is we got another job offering from the weapons dealer here in town who said that his shipment was hijacked and that if we retrieve it for him, he will increase his stock for us. And I like increased stocks, whether they be on my guns or in my markets. I would like either or. Let's see. I got your message about that missing shipment. How can I help? He nods. A gang from a nearby Kiev has been hijacking shipments bound for the cruise base or taking money out of our pockets. I could use your help to stop this from happening. Your dear departed Monica used to provide encryption and information control for the cruise baser. Now that she's gone, we merchants have been having no end of trouble. The obvious answer is that a gang has been intercepting our communications. What kind of communications? Shipping manifests, payment orders, all that kind of stuff. A group with an agenda could use that information to set an ambush, and that's just what this gang has been doing. Several cargo trucks full of goods have already been hijacked en route to the cruise baser. I had a tracking device placed on the last shipment that I sent out, containers full of weapons and medical supplies. Sure enough, it got taken, and I've tracked it to the Gesundbrunnen. If you've never been there, it's a Kiev built out of an old U-Bahn station and some old bunkers. Rumor has it a new gang called the Rabengeister is holed up there. I suspect that the two things are related. So, I need you to go to the Gesundbrunnen and find the Rabengeister and get our goods back. I can offer you 500 new yen for the task, and if you can recover the missing weapons shipment, I'll also be able to sell you some better hardware, too. Alright, I'll take care of it. Good, it's about time I had some new inventory come in. And one more thing, 3-2, I'm gonna need you to go in light on this one. Take a friend along if you like, but no more than one. If you spook them, they could trash the merchandise. It's best to go quiet. It's best that you go soon, too, before the trail goes cold. Well, damn, I don't know who I should take along with me, a Decker or what? What is this? Why is this guy cowering in the middle of the street? Hey, buddy, sorry to bother you, but I could use some help over here. You want to make a little extra scratch? It shouldn't take long. Sure, what's the problem? Well, me and my buddy Victor got called in from the next Kia's over. Something's wrong with the sewers around here. Your local plumbers and mechanics are all useless. Vic and I talked to him and tried to get him to give us the maintenance schedule for your sewer pumps. They just scratched their heads at us. Said the machinery down there just took care of itself. My best guess is that your pumps have been shut down. It happens from time to time without proper maintenance. When the pumps shut down, the waste started piling up, and it's causing some pretty major overflow problems downstream. Well, what do you want me to do about it? Well, Victor went down into the sewers while I was getting stuff out of the truck. When I came back, I was about to climb down there, and I heard these awful screams. They just went on, and then they just stopped. I froze up and nearly shit myself, to be honest. I don't know what to do, but I can't go down there. Not after all that. The problem is probably something basic, a clog that needs to be cleared or something like that. Restarting the pump should take care of it, but no goddamn way I'm going down there. If you'll do the job for me, I'll give you the new yen we were paid for it. I don't need it, you can have it all. I can live without the money, but somebody's got to fix those pipes before I can leave. How many new yen are we talking about here? 500, a job this quick, it's good money. Fine, I'll do it. You're a lifesaver, chummer. If you find Victor, well, if he's still alive down there, tell him I'm sorry. It's kind of like Giovanni Ribisi. Giovanni Ribisi, the only reason I recognize him right there is he's one of my favorite actors. Giovanni Ribisi, and then I also... Okay, so that's going to be the entrance right there. That's going to take us to the other U-Bahn station. I didn't ask him how we could get to his job. Let's spend some of this cash on some new spells. I think I'm going to get rid of that barrier spell because it's not really doing me a whole lot of good. I suppose if we ever get a bunch of enemies that run at me and are like, ah, and they try and do like this crazy stick routine, the old Ben Kenobi routine where they just kind of run at you and make that loud, shouty noise that was added as a revisionist piece of film history. Oh, I'm getting angry just thinking about it. Never mind. We're not even going to go down that path. I'm going to start talking about George Lucas, and then this whole episode is going to be ruined by the fact that George Lucas is an asshole. Let's see here. I need to go to the magic shop. Where is the talismonger? There it is. Let's go ahead and head on over. I'm going to try and click a long ways away so that we get the Speedy Boost EX 64-bit edition. And let's talk to Algernon one more time. He's moved around. I need to get an attack spell that I could throw out every now and again. Power Bolt would be nice. It doesn't have a cooldown, and it does 10 damage, so I think I'd rather have that than, oh, he's got Acid Bolt 3, but it takes Conjuring 5. Well, damn, I probably should have upgraded myself. Power Bolt 3. We could take Power Bolt 2, which would be pretty badass. Let's take Power Bolt 2 instead. So we've got Power Bolt 2. We'll use that to replace our current Acid Bolt 1. He's also got an Adept Combat Vest, which gives us +1 to unarmed and +1 to willpower. That's not what I want. Occult Robes adds 1 to willpower, 1 to spellcasting, and it's got a period, so I assume it does something after that. Am I only able to use this? Let me take a look at what is the requirement for this? It's probably conjuring, it's probably spellcasting 4. Let me figure out what my spellcasting is right now natively. Because if I take this off, because that's +1 and +1. They should have it. I don't think it's going to affect my spellcasting at all. Well, if I lose that bonus, I don't know if I have the 4 right now by virtue of the fact that I'm wearing something nice. It might drop me down to 2, in which case I won't be able to use the spell. We have 3 conjuring. Damn, I probably should have spent my money better. Never mind then. Let's go check out the sewer for now. I don't know if that's going to be a job we can handle all by our lonesome. But we can try it out. It may allow us to bring like one other person along with us for the run, but sometimes you don't know what you're walking into when you're running in the shadows, and unfortunately you just hope it's not like a big bar in the middle of your hallway, or it's not an open cabinet door in the dark. I hate that. I'm the kind of person that when I run into a cabinet and it hits me in the face, I get mad and I punch the cabinet back. Like, you dick, that was your fault. That wasn't my fault for not paying attention. Assemble the team and head on in, I guess. Oh, it's going to allow us to bring 4 guys for a 500 new yen mission? That seems like a bit of overkill, but whatever. Let's just bring our guys along. We didn't use any kit on the last run, so we're still strapped out. Let's roll, chummers. It'll be extra karma. That's the main reason I'm doing this. It's not even for the money. The extra karma is always nice to have. You want to have beef-caked out stats when you go into some of the later game stuff. A ghostly labyrinth of tunnels and dead-end passageways makes up the network of sewers beneath the cruise baser. You climb down the ladder into the shallow underworld and reel at the wave of foul smells that washes over you, clogging your sinuses and saturating your clothing. As your eyes adjust to the light, you find yourself standing at the edge of a narrow channel of murky gray-green water. The rush of churning water echoes down the tunnel. You catch a flash of motion in your peripheral vision, something man-sized and moving fast flitting across the far end of the tunnel. You strain your eyes to see it, but to no avail. The thing, whatever it is gone now. It's probably just a bunch of ghouls and shit down here. I've already got everybody equipped. It is going to allow me, sort of, to swap things out on people. Like, it won't allow me... It's kind of lame that I can't equip other people's gear because I do want to upgrade them. Like, I would rather manage everybody's. That's just who I am as a person. I want to manage all the gear. Like, why does she have to use a craptastic Savalette Guardian when I've got a Predator right here with a data jack on it and it's like awesome? I mean, I could give her another one, but I want to control my own guys. You know what I mean? It's just one of those OCD things that I have going for me where it's just, I want to control my dudes. Oh, he gets rid of the equipment that he takes with him in between missions. He had a Bumona on him. So I guess only equip them with the bare minimum then, or make sure that you use it. Good to know. Well, I'm probably not going to strap in for Bumonas then. With our 4 guys, let's take a look around and see if we can find both the maintenance worker and get this place pumped up. There's a bridge and we can go off this way. Looks like there's a bunch of maintenance stuff down this way, so maybe we'll check the southern end first. I hear creaking. Things should not be creaking while I'm walking around down here. A corpse, mangled beyond recognition. Nothing to be looted. I was hoping that some of these lockers or something might have gear in them. That would suck if we opened it up as just a bunch of gears. But that's not what I'm talking about. Thank you for being way too literal right now. I don't... Killing me. Killing me with your literal nature. Reminds me of an old joke. It'd be like, kleptomaniacs have trouble understanding jokes because they take things too literally. Or kleptomaniacs misunderstand puns because they take things literally. I don't know. It's bad. Is this our boy? The corpse has been eviscerated, its limbs have been torn clean off, and its rib cage is oddly deformed. It's wearing a threadbare blue maintenance uniform, the same kind of uniform that Hartman was wearing. Let's search it. You find a well-worn manual entitled Wharton Shandbuch Ausgabe 2042. The book is filled with depictions of turbine and pump cross-sections, tools, and descriptions of maintenance procedures. A few pages have been bookmarked with colorful bits of paper. Go to the yellow one. This page is dominated by a detailed illustration of turbine cross-section. Scrawled in the margin as the number 822896. There are some notes written in the margins of the green page, but you don't recognize the language. The only word that you can make out is computer, written several times. Okay, well, we found the maintenance guy, so I guess that works out for us. It doesn't work out so well for him. Came down here to get his work on and got worked out, and so nobody's happy. It's like they use these as a stopgap in so many video games, these little blocks so that you can't get down the sewer pipes without a boat, or like a kayak or something, a dinghy. Something bad's gonna happen down here. I know for a fact we're not gonna get out of here without fighting. There's a lot of cover right here. Probably gonna get in a fight. Yep, we got ghoulies. So the thing with ghoulies is that, well, are those ghouls? He's got a gun. I've never seen a ghoul shoot at me before. So the thing with ghouls is that they're very good at moving around. They're very rapid. They're lithe. They're svelte. I'm gonna move in Gloria with her claws. And that might be a bad plan. We're gonna try it out nonetheless. Ooh, these ones are beefcaked out. You guys have got some health to fall back on. Okay. Let me set her up with the snipey as far back as we can. Still got a pretty low chance of hitting any of them. Oh, they're all over the place. Well, that's unpleasant. Yep. This would qualify as a bad thing, I think. I suppose we'll go one right there just to make sure that nobody else gets through that gateway, because we know there's more coming from that way. They only last a couple turns, but it's worth a shot. And then we'll shoot a shotgun blast at him. Fortunately, didn't do us any good, and I forgot to activate my adrenal pump as well. Let's activate that. We'll get going with the slashies. A couple of misses, but then we got another bleed running. A lot of misses, unfortunately. I can have her fire down range with the 54. It's worth a try. Damn, these things are slippery. And they hurt, too. I'm gonna throw a heal on my resident sniper right now. Just way, way too sneaky. I don't even know how to handle this properly. They got a lot of health, too. A ton. And of course, he's out of ammo. Is there anything else? Oh, I could use his mark ability. That's what I could use. So let's reload. On the next turn, we'll use his mark target ability. Let's swap her to the shoddy, which I don't think is going to help us much. She does have aim oh, damn it! I hate, sometimes the clicking is not sticky enough in this game. That was very clearly inside, So that's a crit. I mean, it's disappointing because we could have scored a kill right there. She's now got an infection of a nasty sort. And I've got to decide whether or not... Let's have her use a big health kit on herself. So she's back up by 29. Oh, she has other abilities. She can hit adjacent targets. Does that hit everybody in front of her or all around her? Twist the razor for a bit more internal damage. -2 up front and a bleed. Okay, so it does hit everybody that's adjacent to her, so it's kind of like a spinny move. Finally got a shot off right there, which is good. Didn't get the second one, though, disappointingly enough. Blitz is going to have to get up in here. Even from point blank, I don't feel like we're able to do enough damage to these guys to really make it count. Yeah, even at a 48, it's like, it's a gamble. Right now we're just rolling the dice. This is like RNG Simulator 2014. Whew. Minus a couple AP right there to buy us a bit of time. He took a big hit for 18. I might try... Oh, it costs 2 for Mana Ball? Damn. Okay, so we can't use Mana Ball. Oh, come on. There we go. Kill something, for God's sake. And what I can do here is I can drop another barrier. That's about the best I can do for her, though. And just hope that it doesn't have any AP when it closes the gap. And as I was saying, I knew it was going to put me in a situation where the air barrier is going to be very, very useful eventually. So she can use her swipey thing. Let's swipe away. Oh, she made all 3. Very good. $12 damage off. That one's lost all of its AP, which is exactly what I had intended. It could still further lose more. Aim shot missed again. Like I said, it's not fun missing this much, so I don't know what the developers were going for when they designed this fight, but they missed. I would much rather have these things have like 1,000 HP and just take forever to kill, but hit every single shot. Like, just sitting here missing over and over and over again with nothing you can do about it. It's like, it's just not, like, it doesn't brighten my day at all. I find it to be unenjoyable. Let's mark that target. So we're a little bit better off now. Not really. Okay, so we're still gonna miss everything. $15 right there, though, so I'm not going to complain too ambitiously. If we get extremely lucky right here, yeah, not lucky enough, unfortunately. So he's now down. And what I would prefer to do is let's gather everybody up, and because we got so much damage flying around now, it might be worth it to attempt a bear heal. Just for a little bit. I mean, I realize given the nature of the dots in this game, once again, that's one of those oversights that, like, dots keep you from healing people too. I guess it's not an oversight. It might be just like a built-in Mortal Strike. Whether or not it's intended remains to be seen, I guess. But the fact that the game, when you have a dot on you, you can only heal the last damage you took, well, guess what? If the last damage you took was that 2 damage from a dot, it just negated the 26 that you took from right before. So maybe it is. Maybe dots are a way for the game to control mortal strikes and things like that, or to keep people from healing. Throw out of ammo. She's gonna have to spend her remaining AP on healing herself. Hey, made the double shot with the 50-50. Good. So the coin flip went in our favor. Whew, that was nasty. And if we get ourselves caught up in another situation, it could get even worse. Let's heal Blitz, I guess. I think Blitz is the only person that we want to drop a medkit on right now. And their medkits are always going to be the ones that we want to use first, since they look like they replenish and go back to default in between missions. Let's check the console. Water flow operations control, restart pump 1, and south turbine water flow has failed. The south turbine has been deactivated. Steady water flow has stopped. Pump test running passed. The pump is operational but not receiving full water flow from the south turbine. Restart pump 2. Blockage detected, clearing obstruction. Water flow insufficient to clear obstruction. Please make sure all turbines have been activated before restarting the pump. So both pumps appear to have their own reason why they're not working properly, and we're going to have to alleviate both. Let's check this little office over here for anything that might be useful. 193 new yen, definitely useful. In fact, probably the most universally useful thing because money talks in all languages. Slam another door open. I'm always nervous about sending myself in first, every time. A hyper, so we've got a stim here. I'm gonna send it to the stash. We'll head on back out the other way. I don't think we checked whatever room this is. And now that we know we're up against like ghouls that are able to dodge everything that we do, little ninja ghouls, we're gonna be a little bit more careful as we work our way through. So I don't know what those are either. Probably pump controls of some sort. I'm gonna check this out first though. The metahuman bones have been picked clean. Nothing else that appears to be usable. So I guess we'll check out these computers, although I feel like there's probably an ambush lying in wait for us. We can access the pump status, and it looks like the water flow has failed. But there's nothing we can do about the pump status, so I'm a little bit confused as to what they want me to do right now. Alright, so the computer we were already at may have been the only one that we needed to access. So now we need to take a look around for like the source of these blockages or anything of that nature. We also need to figure out if maybe I missed something over here, like this door is locked. It's gotta be like another security station or something around here. So it appears as though both computers are giving me the exact same error message. So I'm gonna peruse for just a little while further. But there's not a whole lot of things around here. Like maybe we should check out some of these other alcoves and whatnot. I mean, we've already been all through this area. Oh, so there's one of the turbines right there. So these are the turbines. Okay, I didn't notice that that was a turbine. Thought that was just like a stack of stuff. The turbine is currently powered down. Safety lock has been engaged. Please input the authorization key to proceed. Let's have him do it. And then we'll activate the turbine. We had our decker do it, by the way. And so the game just saved on us, which is never a good sign. That means something horrible is about to happen. Yep, and there it is right there. There's our something horrible. God, you see the AP on that guy? Damn. Straight moving. And I'm just gonna spam air barriers every single turn until we kill these things off. They seem to be really, really good for those guys that try and run up on you super hardcore. I'm gonna stay back at a safe distance and we're just gonna fire the shots that we have from here. Put her back on the pistola. Ooh, she beat the odds right there. 10 more damage. I probably should have Decker do this in the first place, but you know. Mark that target. There we go. They're not so bad when you mark them up a little bit. You gotta treat them like a dry erase board. I'm gonna use this turn to throw a haste on somebody. Probably, let's go with Iger. Then with Glory, we'll activate her adrenal pump. Hey, do what I told you. I was trying to queue multiple actions at the same time and it doesn't want me to. It is displeased with multiple actions. Got our rifle and we can take an aim shot. Maybe we'll get lucky. Nope, we didn't get lucky. If it weren't for bad luck, I'd have no luck at all. Long shots that are never gonna happen. That one seems a little slower than its precursor. But we have this turn to deal with him. So maybe I'll try Mana Ball on this turn. Yeah, dodge that, bitch. I mean, it's not as powerful as I would have liked, but it's damage nonetheless. Probably should have just put down some more air barriers. Once you think about the situation in its entirety, you come up with better plans than you had before. Yep, bad tactics are gonna bite me in the ass on this one. Oh no, he's asleep. Good. Well then, let's do good tactics again. Our little firing line doesn't appear to be working at optimal capacity. Can I remark yet? Oh, I can. Good. Remark him. We should be able to get him on this turn unless the statistics are against us. There we go. So another fight down? It sounds like there's still something else out there. Let's take this time to reload all of our weapons. Air barrier is not ready to go yet. There he is. We hadn't aggroed him yet. I don't really know where I want. I mean, obviously we need the adrenal pump to be going. Iger will put her on Overwatch. And if Blitz had the same thing, I'd do it too. Fortunately, we don't have drones or landmines or anything that we can... Are they just not coming out? Like, what's going on here? Might be bugged. There we go. We got him out of his stupor. Throw out some air barriers here, but I'm going to need to move him first, unfortunately. And since he doesn't have much of a choice, we're going to try and put him to sleep on the bridge. We're going to have our Decker mark the target first. Oh, he missed. I didn't even know that could miss. I probably did that in my previous playthrough because I was a Decker, but I don't recall it missing. Use whatever abilities we have to knock this guy out. Making pretty good time with all of our shots now, so things seem to... It's like a pendulum. It goes back and forth. Sometimes we land a bunch of unlikely shots, and sometimes we just can't make the most certain of shots. Such is life. Oh, interesting. He went around the rest of them. I didn't think about that. Am I any better with spells? No. I think they just have like a baseline to hit chance. Like they've got a really, really high dodge. They're probably like dodge 10 or something like that. Like a superhuman dodge. There we go. So I'm going to break the episode off right here. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me at the Nerd Castle for another episode of Shadowrun Dragonfall. It's a lot of fun. I like playing this game with you guys. Shadowrun Returns remains one of my favorite run-throughs that I ever did, and it's always nice to be given another opportunity to relive the glory days. I'll see you guys in the next episode, and take care out there while you're running in the shadows, chummers.